Noisy Pixel.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to another Noisy News Week for the week of June 18th, 2022. Here's where I fill you in on some notable news posted to noisypixel.net this past week. Before I get into the news, I'd just like to say that I'm not going to ask you what you're playing. Just tell me, because we got to get into it. This is a huge show, no time to waste. Square Enix decided to deliver the best 10 minutes of this past year by holding a digital event for Final Fantasy VII. During the event, they announced a few titles related to Final Fantasy VII, and it's created this whole huge series. Now, this was already a series before if you're following the PS2 days with Dirge of Cerberus, and before Crisis was on iOS, I don't think we ever got that one. Crisis Core on PSP, but we're continuing it. A new generation of players will be able to fall in love with these characters even more. During the event, Square Enix finally revealed Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is part 2 of the remake effort. It continues the story. They also announced that there was going to be one more after this. So what do you think? It's going to end when the meteor strikes? When this whole Aerith, Sephiroth thing encounter happens? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below because I'm down to talk about it. But I would like it to end when the meteor is summoned, and you take control of Tifa and you're like hanging out. I digress. Let's move on. Thankfully, the publisher heard our cries and delivered a Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Before this, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII was only available on PSP. This title will be coming to PS4, Xbox One, Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. If you didn't know, this game follows Zack, who is briefly talked about in Final Fantasy VII, the original game, and stars a much bigger role in Final Fantasy VII Remake, so you might know more about him that way. But it's mission-based, you're looking for Genesis, and Sephiroth is there. Such a good game. And maybe some other characters are there that you might recognize. The publisher also revealed more information about the mobile title Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. The game will be coming out in September 2022, but there is going to be a closed beta available soon. So we're going to be able to play a little bit of the game and understand what are they doing because it looks really good. I'm pretty interested to see. I might be mistaken. I hope there's not microtransactions. That's all I gotta say about that. And closing out the announcements, Final Fantasy VII Remake is now available on Steam with support for Steam Deck. So if you own it, go ahead and play it. Moving on to other events, we had an Xbox event where Focus Entertainment revealed more gameplay for A Plague Tale Requiem. The game is coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch via the cloud, and PC in 2028. We see more gameplay of Amicia looking for her brother Hugo, and there's a lot more action in this game, it seems, than in the first one, but it definitely has that tone of the plague and the rats. That's all you gotta know. The game looks really good. During the event, Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja decided to reveal Wo Long Fallen Dynasty for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, and PC for an early 2023 release. The game is a lot like Nioh with faster action and combat, and it follows this character where you create them and then you go on this huge mission. I don't know, not much details have been revealed, but there's a trailer available and it looks really cool. A surprising announcement during the event is Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale were all confirmed for Xbox consoles. Persona 5 Royale will be releasing on October 21st, 2022. Further, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden are coming to PS4 and PS5, and these titles will both have support for more English, and P3 Portable will also have updated and upscaled graphics. I'm really excited about these releases, and I'm pretty sure all of you are too. It's nice to see these games get some recognition, but we don't have P3 FES, which I know, different styles of games. Persona fans would know, but I'm excited about it nonetheless. Capcom decided to host their own digital event, and they shared some information for Monster Hunter Sunbreak, as well as Dragon's Dogma, which celebrated its 25th anniversary or something like that, and they revealed the logo for Dragon's Dogma 2, but we're not talking about that because it was mostly a Resident Evil event. We have Resident Evil Village Gold Edition, which supports a third-person mode, and a Shadows of Rose DLC coming October 28th, 2022 to all platforms. This DLC has you play as Rose in the third person actually, and you go across this mansion, I think, and solve little puzzles and dive into her mind to view more. Sadly, they did kind of spoil the end of Village there, but I guess you can just buy the DLC if you already own Village, but the Gold Edition will have all of the DLC there for you and all the extra stuff. There's also a mercenary mode, if I'm not mistaken, coming out. There was a lot in this event, so just watch it. It's cool. I don't know, there's a lot of in-game items to this gold edition, but I'm excited about it because Shadow of the Rose DLC looks cool. Also, the publisher revealed gameplay for Resident Evil 4 Remake, showing the environments and how the shadows react, but very little gameplay. The title is in development for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC for a March 24th, 2023 release. And to close out the show, the publisher revealed that the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and Resident Evil 7 will all receive free upgrades for PS5 and Xbox Series X. This allows enhanced visuals and 3D audio implementation. PC patches for the titles are also available now. We had a lot of indie announcements across the week from the indie events that were shown off, but I'm going to highlight just a few of them that I thought were cool. Raw Fury announced that they will publish the Baby Root developed stealth action platformer Ereban, Shadow of Legacy on Xbox One, Series X, and PC coming in 2023. You can use a pacifist or a killer route and you can do stealth stuff. Looks good. Check out the trailer. I'm excited about this. It looks very polished. I'm hoping to hear more about this game soon. Developer Necrosoft Games and publisher Isbard Games showcased their upcoming school life tactics RPG, Demonschool. The game is inspired by Persona games, SMT, and Italian horror cinema. The title is releasing on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC in 2023. There's a demo available to show you all the stylish gameplay that they are aiming for. Modus Games decided to announce their action title Soulstice will be releasing on PS5, Series X, and PC on September 20th, 2022. This game is like a God of War meets Devil May Cry. There's lots of action, and there's also a preview on the site. So if you want to know more about the game, please check that out. Humble Games announced that they will be publishing the Rose Engine developed survival horror Signalis on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on October 27th, 2022. This game looks freaking dope. Don't sleep on it. It looks amazing. I know it's getting a lot of like bigger coverage, so I don't need to highlight it too much, but maybe they're gonna drop off of it. Maybe they won't cover it, but you heard it here. This is a game to look out for. Really cool. Developer Supersoft and publisher Raw Fury announced Moonstone is coming to PC and Nintendo Switch in 2023. This is a kind of Zelda-like adventure game. Really cool, really cute animations for the characters. There's a lot of exploration in this game where you collect items and go on an adventure, so it looks really rad. Check out the trailer. Publisher Gravity Games Arise and developers Drasray and Multzy have revealed their 2D JRPG Alterium Shift. The game is coming to consoles and PC in Q3 2022. The title is inspired by Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy IV, so check it out because I didn't know anything about this game and I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, this is a game for me. And I'm sure it's also a game for you, but let me know. Publisher PlayStack and developer Kumisouls Games announced The Last Faith. It's coming to PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and Series X in late 2022. This game is inspired by Bloodborne and Blasphemous, and it definitely looks like it. I mean, we've played these games before, but I'm trying to figure out what's unique about this title. It looks good. I'm not gonna deny it looks good. Will I play it? Probably. I love a good Metroidvania action title. So we'll be sure to continue covering it and adding details as more is revealed. 110 Industries and Soleil released a new trailer for Wanted Dead coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X, and PC in Q4 2022. This game is like Onichambara, and it's just like action and bloody and shooting, and you play as this military girl who's escaping, and then she realizes that maybe she's being controlled by the government, and she just kills everybody. That's cool with me. Bandai Namco shared a new trailer for their upcoming tactical visual novel RPG Digimon Survive. This trailer highlights the English text and gives a brief overview of the gameplay systems. Digimon Survive is coming to PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on July 29th, 2022. Don't have to wait much longer to hang out with all of our old friends. Developer Omori released a trailer revealing that their RPG Mori is available now on consoles. The game should be played with some trigger warnings in mind, where like suicide is a big thing and a lot of weird friend stuff, so keep that in mind when playing, but I urge you to actually play it. It is one of my favorite games that I played from last year, and I'm definitely looking forward to whatever this developer does next. NIS America announced that they will release the exploration RPG Labyrinth of Galleeria, The Moon Society, PS4, PS5, and Switch, and PC in early 2023. This is a spiritual sequel to Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. I know a lot of people have been wanting this game to come west, and now it is, but you gotta wait till early 2023 to play it. Characters look cute. The gameplay has been updated from the Labyrinth of Refrain and has a bunch of new systems. It is a dungeon crawler RPG, and the art looks beautiful as always. Looking forward to learning more about this title in the coming months. Tai Games announced that their Metroidvania action game F.I.S.T, forged in Shadow Torch, is coming to Nintendo Switch on July 12th, 2022. Sadly, no gameplay was revealed, which kind of has me thinking that maybe it's not looking that good, but they did share that they are aiming for 1080p 30 FPS docked and 720p 30 FPS handheld mode on the Switch. We'll cover this game up until launch, and hopefully we'll get our hands on it to share our thoughts with you. East Asia Soft announced that the Softstar developed action RPG Sword and Fairy Together Forever will launch on PS4 and PS5 on August 4th, 2022. There will be physical editions available for this game, but you may have to import them from PlayAsia, which East Asia Soft usually does. But this game is actually the Sword and Fairy 7 that was released on PC last year. It's a really good game. I played it to completion and I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of Chinese lore in there. So be sure to sit back, get a bucket of popcorn there, and just watch the story scenes play out because they are long. But the cinematics are really cool and the action, oh, so good. Visual novel news, we have Mages teasing an English release for the science adventure visual novel Anonymous Code. They posted a trailer on their Facebook where a fan asked about an English release. In response, the developer replied with some hexadecimal letters and numbers, and it translated to soon. So hopefully we hear something from Spike Chunsoft, maybe at Anime Expo. It's only a couple weeks away. Kuro Irodaru Yumuji, god damn it, released information with new screenshots of their all-ages Yuri R Marriage 1. The publisher confirmed that the game will release on PC via Steam in August 2022 with support for Japanese, English, and Chinese text. This game is an all-ages Yuri, but it definitely looks cute. I'm here for it. Previews on the site, we have Soulstice, Yurikiro the Culmination Games, and Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes. Reviews on the site, we have Neon White and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. And guys, that's it. That's the news. Thank you for sticking with me. Let me know what you're looking forward to in the comments below. We'll talk about it. We'll hang out. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye.
Noisy Pixel.